Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World and on Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video of Snoopy BA. Listen, I watched like 10 seconds of it and I'm like, damn, this fool telling again. Now look, we all know that a lot of these entertainers have been telling lately. Loose Cannon, Bricc Baby, I don't want to put Big U in that. But I mean, been telling in the way of content. You know, maybe they're not doing it with the intentions of telling, but they're doing it with the intentions of trying to gain clout. And sometimes when you're trying to gain clout, I got a fake somebody's trying to scam me. You know when they send you like emails that you owe money. I've been having somebody sending me like fake invoices that I owe for look, it says we appreciate your continued support of Norton LifeLock. Norton virus protection something, therefore we will not charge our man, I've never had an antivirus in my life. All right. But back to what I was saying is that, listen, a lot of people don't tell with the intentions of like being rats or snitching. They think that they're doing it in a different type of way where it might not be considered ratting or snitching. But the minute that you help the police further their investigation, that is basically you being a snitch, you being a rat, because now the cop is using your info to put someone away or behind bars, okay? You are not supposed to help the police further their investigation. Now, I have heard instances of people lying to the cops, making up fake stories to push them away from the actual perpetrators, right? That has happened many times. You know, a homie had told me a story the other day where he was like, yeah, I did this, I did that, and I'm listening to him. And I'm like, okay, I get the play, you know. And it was a whole play to have the police thinking it was, you know, somebody else, and not who it was. I'm trying to figure out exactly what he told me. Oh, the homie was saying that he was 16 years old, and they caught him in his pad with his pad. He had a G right inside with a bunch of straps, right? And they were chasing him. And he got away, and he was able to get into his pad and lock the garage, you know. And later on that same day, they raided the house, and they found the car with the straps. And he said, when you guys were chasing me, that's when I found the car. I found the car, and the guns were already in the car, you know. He gave them a whole story, and at the end of the day, he was 16, so they believed the story, and they released him to the custody of his parents. You know, now, that's not ratting on nobody. That's not ratting. That's not pointing fingers. That's not testifying. That's not helping further the investigation of the cops. That's simply giving a cops a fake story, a fake narrative, so you get out of trouble, you know. I'll try to remember the exact way he said it, all right? But other than that, look, there's no podcast today. Today's Friday. We are going to do a music live, so pull up, and we'll do a raffle tonight as well. So pull up at 6 p.m., right? With that being said, let's see what Snoopy BA got to say, homie. Shout out to Camp Capone. Go follow his page. Go follow the homie. Let's go.
That, like, I don't even. So I'm trying to figure out that, like, I don't even know what the Bricc Baby in jail for. I'm still trying to figure. I just know he got caught up in the Big U. He ain't named in the murder. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing I seen was Big U extorted him for some money off of a lick he did. That was it. But it was sure he go to jail for getting marked out and paying the gangster.
So he said that he seen that Big U was extorting Bricc Baby or Loose Cannon. I don't even know who he said. He goes, I seen that. You can't go to jail. Oh, he's talking about Bricc Baby. He goes, you can't go to jail for getting extorted. You know, you can't go to jail for being extorted. Well, there you go. There must be other charges that we probably don't know about.
That's a crime to get extorted? I didn't know getting extorted was a crime. Cause that's the only thing I seen happen to blood in the paperwork. I seen Bricc Baby was getting extorted by Big U. That's all I seen. So I'm trying to figure out like, why is he in jail? You feel me? What the f you in jail for? That only in jail with no charges. Like, blood, why you here, blood? What you in here for?
Snoopy is slow. Dog, Snoopy is slow. Bricc Baby in there for a whole list of things that he's done. Weapons, beating up his old lady, robbing the dispensary, right? Man, drugs, all kinds of crazy shit. Go follow Compton Rick Rock if you want an exact breakdown of what Bricc Baby's in jail for. But what's up with the guy in the back, dog? Why is that fool wearing a mash us in there? Man, he'd be the first one to run if shit pops off.
Bricc Baby caught a case about 1.5 years ago where he got caught with some guns or a gun at his house.
Okay.
It got dropped by the DA. So everybody's been like, why did your case get dropped? Everybody's been accusing him of snitching because his case got dropped.
They finally got him.
So
the feds picked up the burner.
Picked up the case.
Okay, so that makes sense though. Okay, so it's looking like Bricc Baby not a rat, huh? I'm not clearing you. I don't know.
There's nothing in the paperwork that would say the Bricc Baby snitching.
It's not. Because I didn't see anything at all. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I'm not gonna do is call a nigga a rat without no paperwork. Say he's snitching. Feel me?
This is crazy, dog. This reminds me of Mr. Criminal selling tumblers and backpacks with blue bandanas on them. Or Mr. Criminal wearing the blue flag trying to tell you that he's a sureño. For you a rat. Snoopy Badass is trying to figure out if somebody else is a rat with or without paperwork when you a rat yourself. Dog, it is wild, homie. Rats calling each other rats. Wannabe dropouts. Fucking selling tumblers and fake backpacks. Dog, listen, it's a dirty game. Go, man, I'm not even going to tell you to go look over there because I don't want nobody looking at no rats. But listen, it's crazy, dog. Imagine having a tumbler with a bandana tied to it. What the fuck's the bandana for? Wipe the sweat? It's for weird, homie.
But what I will call a mother without paperwork is a confidential informant. Because don't no paperwork come with that. So if I call it confidential informant, or a hamster, because a confidential informant is a hamster, and a rat is a who, you get what I'm saying? So if I call it that means nigga, I know, because everybody, see, when people don't understand this, everybody's so obsessed with paperwork. Paperwork, bro, some of the worst snitches ain't on paperwork. The fuck is y'all talking about?
Yeah, but you can't prove it, though. That's the thing, homie. Look. Yeah, there's a lot of people that tell and do not get put in the work. There's a lot of people that tell like this and it's not in the work. There's a lot of people that call the cops and tell. Oh, yeah. What do you say? Oh, yeah, puerco. Tonight you're going to be on the news, 7 o'clock. The Ecoline van at O'Reilly's. No, what do you say? Whatever. You're going to get a drug bust. Oye, pendejo, who's this? We all remember. That fool Popeye was a rat. But where's the paperwork? How can anyone prove it? That's what it is, dog. That's why Snoopy Badass is labeled a rat, because everyone done read his paperwork. All right? Everybody done read it, dog. You got to just accept it and move on. Criminalgas, we all read it. As a matter of fact, I heard it. I heard his lips ratting to the police of banning California. You's a rat, cuh. Oh, man, now it makes sense. Maybe Mr. Criminal is not flying the blue rag for the South, but now he's a Crip. Maybe he felt like, man, I can't get rid of all my blue flags. I can't get rid of my blue bandanas, my blue vest, my blue calzones, my blue socks. Because if I get rid of all that stuff, I didn't pay money for it. And everybody knows me for the big, bad, you know, fake gangbanger. But if I go and become a Crip, nobody has to know. And I can continue with the blue flags. Why did I didn't think of that before? Damn, criminalgas. You're slick, homie. You are slick.
A lot
That's
of
true,
these,
I hear you.
a lot of these dudes, if you made every gangster from, feel me, from all the black gangsters, because the Hispanics do this shit. If you made all the black gangsters who ever caught a case, even by themselves, I'm willing to bet you that end up turning into a snitch in the end, you're gonna see that he been a snitch 15 years ago. Because in that case, that police report that he didn't have a co-defendant with, they still tells what happened. And a lot of times when they arrest these for these dope cases and for these burner cases, they're gonna interrogate you. And most of the time give information. But there's nobody on the streets to ask for it because you didn't tell on nobody or you didn't catch a case with nobody. There's nobody to say he told on me. You get what I'm saying? But if you make a lot of these show they police reports of that burner case he caught by himself, you gonna see exactly the type of you been dealing with. He runs his mouth too much.
Well,
and this is how the police been knowing everything.
No, I think it'd be like this. Cat catch a case.
I believe that.
He catch a case. He go in there, catch a gun case. Off record, he say, "Man, I got some information for you."
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so that's what that
exactly.
looks like.
And guess what? And guess what? And in that initial police report, that's there.
Yeah.
You're gonna discover that. So that's why you need that police report. You know what I'm saying? So if in the hood, he catch a burner case, and then he do his time, he get out. Okay, he did his time to come out. Now ask for let me see the police report to that case. 9 times out of 10, when you read it, you're gonna look at that crazy. A lot of gonna be deemed a rat. Like, why did you say this? Why did you tell him where you was from? Why did you tell him about Whoopty Whoop House? Why did you get what I'm saying? And that's usually how the shit happens, bro. Like, it's a lot of that end up becoming snitches, nigga, that been in the hood forever, that been a rat. Y'all just never requested the proper paperwork from his ass, nigga.
Okay.
Dead homies. Some of these you ask for a police report, they ain't gonna pull up no more. Like, then you catch a burner case. Hey, let us see that police report, bro. We gonna go down there and get it. I bet you he ain't coming back to the hood, nigga. Like, ooh wee, dead homies. Cause then they probably could leak that to something else that went down. Like, hold on. So that's how they knew. Wop. That's how you think they get their information. The police ain't psychic.
That's a fact.
To these that catch these cases by themselves. Them be the biggest. A lot of, not all of them, cause this is that keep it solid. But a lot. I'm willing to bet you, bro, if you got a police report from a lot of these niggas' cases, you would probably be blown the away.
We're gonna call them shavers.
Like,
They're looking to shave time.
Again, in the streets, people don't ever ask you for paperwork, dog. That's a prison thing, homie. A jail thing. Is nobody walking up to you in real life and saying, "Let me see your paperwork," unless you're Marvelous Minds, Maniaco Marv. If you're Maniaco Marv, for some reason, he's been requesting American Cholo's paperwork for the last 3 years. I don't know if he feels like he's the warden of the YouTube Yarda, or if Maniaco Marv feels like he's the Yardero, the Llavero, you know, and he's been requesting American Cholo's paperwork. But, okay, if Maniaco Marv feels like he's the Llavero or the Yarda and requested American Cholo's paperwork, how did American Cholo smash out the Llavero? Ah, now I get it. The Llavero, a.k.a. Maniaco Marv, sent the pot stalker to American Cholo podcast and said, "Go retrieve the paperwork. Come back with the paperwork. I'm gonna send you. You're the torpedo." So he sent the furball to the American Cholo podcast as a torpedo on the mission. That fool came back with a black eye, one sock, and a ripped t-shirt. Listen. These fools are funny, dog. These fools are fucking weird. We go in the video right there, homie. Who the fuck is asking fools for paperwork on the streets unless you playing that game? Like, really, really deep in playing the game, dog. It's weird, homie. Times are getting weird, homie. With that being said, salute to everybody. I'll see you guys later tonight, 6 o'clock live. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here.